Here she comes. That is a Boeing 727, introduced by Boeing in 1962. And sadly, there are only a few of these left in the world. She's relegated to cargo now. And this is a 1984 Nissan President. And there's very few of these left in the world. And this is going to be an international traveler like that airplane. She's going to go to Canada tomorrow, well, she might be 3 days, to carry cargo. I'm using it to haul back some parts I need from my car. And this is my most reliable car. And sadly, she's been relegated to just not serving her purpose anymore of passengers. Oh man, there goes. That's Kalita 2, if you can see it. And there's about 4 in the fleet of 727s of that cargo airline. This might be one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Well, I can't say that it's dumb yet because nothing's gone wrong, but I'm just now leaving in my car in my Nissan President. It's almost 40 years old, and driving to Winnipeg, Canada, which is, I think it's something like 12. I almost just hit somebody. 1,200 miles. That's the car I almost just hit. He was supposed to go and he didn't go. I hate that. Have you ever had that happen? You're at a traffic light, there's nobody there, the person starts to move out, and then they fake you out and stop because then they're not sure if they're going or not, even though there's nobody coming. There's eyesight problems or something. Well, that's what I'm gonna go up next to this car and we're gonna see that this person has eyeglasses. Yep, big thick eyeglasses, exactly what I expected in an old man. But that being said, I'm in the Nissan President. I've driven this car on some trips, but I haven't driven it more than about 200 miles, 250 miles in a day. So this is the first long trip. It's been checked over. Nothing should go wrong. So we'll see what happens. So if anything happens, I'll post it and it might be an interesting video. If nothing happens, I've just told you a very boring story. Take it easy. Good morning. This is day 2 of my trip in my Nissan President to Canada. I should get to I'm going to Manitoba to Winnipeg by probably lunchtime tomorrow. So again, just taking a leisurely trip. I drove about 9 hours, 10 hours yesterday. I didn't get too far. I only got about 600 or 700 miles from Richmond, Virginia to Dayton, Ohio. But I haven't been really listening to the radios because you travel through the areas. It's radio signals are so short that you can't find a radio station that you can listen long enough that you like, and as soon as you find a station you like, you lose its signal. And I do have a cassette player here, but it doesn't work. And there is a cassette player in the back, but I haven't tried using that one. I don't know if it works, and obviously I can't control it from the front seat. So I'm just sitting here thinking as I'm driving and thinking. And as I've been thinking, I'm thinking that I'm setting a world record. So if anybody doesn't think I'm setting a world record and can prove I'm wrong, let me know. But if you think about it this way, I am probably in a Nissan President in North America, traveling through more countries than anybody else has ever done before. Because I can't imagine a Nissan President leaving the United States while it's in the United States and then coming back into the United States. So if I cross the border tomorrow into Canada, that means I've gone into 2 countries with my Nissan President in North America. And I bet there's nobody else that's ever done that in the United States. So I think I need to be in the Guinness Book of World Records or something like that. But I'm just saying, that's my personal belief. But if you think I'm wrong, let me know. And for that, now I'm going to sign off. This car's running so nice. I can't imagine that I'm going to have any mechanical problems with the car. I mean, I did have a thorough going through it before I left. But it's a gas hog. I'm only getting about 15 miles per gallon, and that's on every tank full I've done so far on this trip through the mountains of Pennsylvania and through the flat land of Ohio. It's really getting poor gas mileage, that's for sure. But it is a big car, so I guess I should understand that, and it is a V8. So with that, I'm signing off for now. So I'm heading towards Canada right now. I'm near Grand Rapids. Passed by a truck. I've actually am past Grand Rapids, North Dakota, and I'm heading towards Grand Fork, North Dakota. North Forks, North Dakota? I don't know. It's something with forks in North Dakota. And it's pretty darn cold up here. It's like 13 degrees, 11 degrees, 10 degrees. This morning the car was so cold, the LED gas gauge and temperature gauges here in the car wouldn't function until the car at least warmed up a bit. But the she's running great. So this has been an extremely boring trip, which is good. And I hope it stays that way. Nothing's gone wrong with the car. I've been periodically checking the oil and it looks fantastic. It's not leaking or burning. Engine sounds great. Heating system's having a little trouble keeping up with the severe cold outside right now. It's a little chilly in the car. I've got it cranked up to 35 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius is the maximum I can go in the car. And it's okay. It's comfortable. It's cold. I'm freezing actually. I'm not freezing, but my feet are cold. And I got warm socks on and everything too. And I looked at the weather in Maine where it's almost 60 degrees. It's like, I just thought that was amazing. It could be 10 degrees here, 11, 12 degrees, and then in Maine it's like 57 degrees. So that's the weather for next week. I'll be wearing shorts again. anyways, that's it for now. Well, I'm sure you can see from all the surroundings that I've left the United States and gone to someplace completely different and exotic. I'm now in Canada, so I will speak slower for people so that they understand me. I hope it doesn't get confusing. Supposed to be so patriotic. Canadians, they get their Canadian flag all over the place. I see this car started up and moved. Wally, when did you buy this?
Oh God. Okay, this one. I've owned it well over 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I have one in the garage I bought brand new.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brand new.
Brand new. And I have another one there, but I'll tell you the story on that one. I don't talk about that one.
Yeah. Let's hear this start. That's not going to start. Almost. No. All right. I'm entering the United States. I didn't even know which way I was coming. I didn't come this way before. And it's always harder to get into the United States than getting into Canada because they're always afraid you stole or bring back something. So here we go. So I'm in day 5 and I'm in the home stretch. And this is going to be the hardest part of the trip because I'm having real fuel system problems. I now think it's the sending unit. So every time I come to a hill, it's struggling to get me up over the hill. I think I can hear the sending unit in the gas tank working even harder. And what I'm trying to do is build up speed to get over the next hill. And I got 20 more miles of hills like this until I get to the Interstate 64. I think then the rest of the way home is going to be pretty good. This is, I think, the hardest part of the trip. You can see trucks ahead of me struggling to get up some of these hills as well. So this is the exciting part of the trip. So I'm about 3 hours away from home, and I'm actually in the state of Virginia now. And you can see I'm going reasonably fast because I've just decided I don't care anymore. I just want to get home. And if the car's going to break down, it's going to break down. If it isn't, it isn't. I think it's a successful trip. If you look here in the back, you can see what I went for was those rear seats. Middle seats actually, and front seats for my Dodge Royal Monaco station wagon. So I got the parts, and I've been looking for them for almost 3 years. I've been looking for these parts. So it's finally great to finally get them, and they're going to look great in the car. So with that, unless there's an unforeseeable breakdown here, I'm signing off. Been 5 days of driving. This car, despite the little fuel problem or acceleration problem I've been having, It really handles well. I can't look. You do the math. 140 kilometers per hour. That's fast, and it really handles nice. Anyways, I love this car.